What's up, everybody? Phil with Alpha Bow Hunting, No Limits Archery. We're going to be working on a bow build here, and what we got today is the Hoyt RX-1 Ultra. We've got a 80-pound bow on a number 2 cam, of which we're going to be building out with some accessories that I've got also here. Hamskea Hybrid Hunter Pro. We've got the black gold pure, the 75, the 5-pin slider. We've got a bee stinger counter slide and a 2-piece 4-arrow quiver we're going to be putting on the bow. So we're going to be setting this bow up today with some FMJ 280s. These arrows are coming in right at 495 grains. Once again, we're going to set up a 29-inch on a 2 cam, so that's basically going to be at maximum efficiency on that cam, as it's going to get full rotation of that cam. I'm calling the 80 right now, but until we actually get working on it, I'm going to adjust this to let you know exactly what the poundage is. So when we come back at the end of the build and I show you what our speed and everything is, we're going to just be transparent as to what we've put together and what it comes out at. We're going to stick with the stock string and cables on this build and work those string and cables, break those string and cables in this bow. So again, this is going to be my bow. Going to be taking you through the process and just showing you some of the details as to what we do here around the shop as far as when we're taking a bow from start to finish to get it set up. So stay tuned. Alright, so we're going to get started setting up the bow. I've got Bo with me here. What we're going to start with is a rest. We're going to get the rest mounted, get it center shot and leveled, and then we'll actually go through the process of just checking our cam sync before we get further along the process. So, Bo, why don't you go ahead and get started? We got the Hamskea rest we're going to get mounted on there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start with tying some pinch knots in here. And again, the pinch knots are going to ensure that we have a good knock fit, there's no knock pinch as we're drawing the bow back. Those D-loop knots don't put too much pressure above and below on that knock itself, so that way it gives it clean flight once you actually executed the shot. So Bo's just going to start with a series of overhand knots front and back. What is that, Halo? About 14th thou Halo?
Yeah, this is Halo.
So we like to use a little smaller, either 14th thou or 17 3D BCY serving for these knots. And it doesn't need to be huge, right? We're talking about maybe, I don't know, 10 knots probably front and back, 5 on each side, somewhere in that ballpark.
Yep.
And just to give us a good reference, so that way it's in a consistent place every time that knock hits the string.
Yep. The one thing that you need to pay attention to when you tie a pinch knot is that you don't try to tie each individual knot too tight. What ends up happening is if you really reef on these tag ends, you're actually going to separate the serving for your center serving, which is going to be a problem for you. It's going to already add to some movement, which you don't want, as well as the pinch knot isn't really going to hold very well. It doesn't need to be really mashed down. It just needs to be snug, because when we work back over the top of it, it's going to hold down real nice and tight.
Yeah, so snug is good here. I agree. Bow, a big issue when we have compound bows come in when we're tuning and they've got a string that's been on them for a couple years, there's a lot of times that knock has walked up or down the string because your center serving is separated. So at this point, we're just trying to get us a good reference without separating that center serve. And we're going to do this. We're going to repeat this on the top and the bottom. The thing that's important to note here also is, as this string gets drawn back, when you draw it back at full, it's going to take that angle. So we want to leave just a fudge of space in between the knock itself and the next pinch knot, and we tune to that. So that way, like I said, it gives it a good fit when it comes back to full draw, but it's not pinching and adding any additional leverage from a standpoint of just pressure right up and down.
Correct.
A little bit short.